Hello, my name is Kieran. I am Whitefoot Guitars and I'm in the GGBO 2022 scratch build category. First time doing this thing on YouTube, so bear with me. I'm filming and editing all these on my phone, so it's not going to be David Bailey, but we will see what we end up with. Welcome. This year I decided to do the build off because I thought, well, why not? I've just finished a project for Alpha Instruments where they kindly donated the timber to build a guitar. It took me way too long to get it finished because of work, lockdown, etc. But I've just finished that this weekend, so I thought I'd better crack on and do an intro for my build off. This won't be a massive video, and I'm not starting the builds for a couple of weeks when I've got some time off work, so I can focus on that and crack on. So this will just be me showing the timber I'm using, the parts, hardware, etc., templates, plans that I've got ready to go. This feels a bit weird because I've usually got the radio cranked up with Planet Rock on, and it's just gone really quiet, so forgive me if I'm a little bit hesitant. So I'm going for a PRS type build, mainly because they're my favourite guitars and I think they just look stunning, but the timber and wood I have for the top I think really suit that shape and style of guitar. So I'll show the plan first because I've drawn out full scale, so I've got an easy visual reference and to help, you know, laying out controls, etc. And then we'll start showing you the different parts. So I'll see you in a sec. So this is the full scale one-to-one plan I've drawn up. As you can see, it's pretty typical looking PRS 22 frets, 2 humbuckers and normal control layout. So that's what we're going for, with some dot inlays on the fretboard that I'm hoping I can make from a spare top for the wood. Spare wood for the top even. Yeah, great. 40 seconds in and he's already mixing his words up. But anyway, I'm not going for anything really spectacular or complicated, mainly because I'd rather make sure I get everything right, and to be honest, simplicity is beautiful, and when you see the top you'll understand what I mean, because it's not going to need anything more than what it is. So with that in mind, I'll start showing the timber I'm using. So here's the timber, 2-piece sycamore body, nearly ready to joint, just need to do a little bit of final tidying up on that and final thickness. Drawn out the shape just to make sure we've got enough material for it to fit, which obviously it does. So that's going to be the body. The neck is going to be a multi-laminate, and for that I've got some pieces of maple, which will have some veneers between them, and that is going to sandwich this piece, or part of this piece, of Indian rosewood that I got from Surrey Timbers a while ago when I saw them at Maker Central, and it's been in the loft space of my garage for a while, but it's nice and straight and pretty flat, so that should work out very nicely. It's also got what looks like some flame and figure in it, so I'm hoping that that will come out and look rather pretty when it's in between the maple. But on top of that, I've got a piece of flame sycamore that is going to be the fretboard, so it will contrast nicely with this rosewood and match to the maple, but it is going to very nicely be offset against the top, which I will get for you now. And that is what we're going to make our top from, which is an absolutely stunning piece of rosewood. As you can see, it's got a lot going on, a lot of different colour variation in it, and it is going to be, hopefully, the prettiest guitar I've made so far. I get the majority of my timber from Alpha Woodworks. Got to know them at a guitar show several years ago when we were having guitar shows, and I got to know one of the guys, Chris, really well, and I've been sourcing parts timber from them for several years now, and it's always been spot on, properly seasoned and dried and ready to work. So I've got no worries about any of this not being up to scratch. It's going to be easy to work with, and it shouldn't move on me at all, which will make life a little bit easier. And since we're pointing the camera this way, I'll show you the blue one. There is the one I just finished from some timber that they sent me last year. They offered out 4 sets of timber to make a guitar, and I've finally got mine finished. Got the strings on it this morning, gave it a quick and dirty setup, made sure it was playing okay, and now it'll be left for a while to settle into having strings on, and just as a final check to make sure nothing moves on me, and then we can give it a final setup and it'll be good to go. So there again, that is going to become a guitar. So I'll start showing the hardware parts, etc. next, so you can see what I'm using for that one. Here's the parts and the hardware we're using. We've got the Graphtec black tusk nut, just because they're about the best, and why not. We've got some Tome Rider Birmingham humbuckers, Alnico 5s. I've been using Tome Rider pickups for a while and found them to be really good. Sound really full and clear, and they're definitely worth the money that they charge for them. I can't believe they're not more expensive, to be honest. Got a pair of black speed knobs to go on top of the CTS pots. Gonna have at least one coil split. I might add another one and possibly do phasing. It depends. I'll decide that when I'm at that stage, but it'll at least have a coil split on one of the pickups for some sound options. And I've got some Switchcraft as well in there for the jack and the switch. I tend to use them just because they are quality and they do the job and they last. So we're going for some string ferrules for the through body stringing, so they'll be in the back. Strap buttons, obviously. Telecaster style jack cup. I tend to use these a lot just because I like them. I like the way they look and they feel nice and solid, and I think they just look really cool on a guitar, and a bit more substantial than just a normal jack plate as well, so a bit more difficult to knock the jack plug around by putting the lead in and out. And we've got a hip shot style hardtail bridge. All the hardware is finished in nickel. I didn't want really shiny chrome. Wanted to be a bit more subtle. Again, because I think it'll match to the top a lot better. These were direct from Tone Rider themselves. The electrics I had from Six String Supplies. They're just up the road from me in Wolverhampton, and again I've been getting stuff from them for a couple of years now and not had a problem with any of it, so I don't go anywhere else for pot switches, etc., to be honest. And the rest of the hardware I ordered from Northwest Guitars, again because I found that it's really good stuff and they deliver it really quickly. Oh yeah, and it's their own brand tuners that I've got. So we've got 3-a-side lock-in tuners, just because pretty much every guitar should have lock-in tuners, just the convenience of it really. But I thought they look quite nice, and they're 19:1 gear ratio as well, but they feel really nice and solid. So that is that. Now let me get these out of the way. Oh, another really good thing about these Tone Rider pickups is these cases that they come in are brilliant for parts. When you've got things going on your bench and you've got stuff everywhere, these tubs are really good for just holding things. So, can't make a guitar without templates. Well, I can't make a guitar without templates, so these are what I'm going to be using. And yes, I am a Crimson fanboy, before anyone asks the question. So this is their custom 22 PRS style. So you've got pretty much everything we're going to need, and also their truss rod routing template as well. So that'll come in handy when the neck's made. So this is what I'll be using to turn all of that timber into a guitar. It'll be the first time using anger with all this stuff as well, so it'll be interesting to see how we get on, but I'm not anticipating any issues, to be honest, because they do make really good stuff. So I've got everything. Obviously I won't be using that because we're not using a trem, it's a hardtail, but everything else at some point is going to get used. Okay, so thanks for staying with me. If you made it this far through my rambling, then thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. That's what we're doing. Just want to say respect to Ben for all the videos and everything that he gets out there, because this is an extremely weird experience for me, and it's not as easy as it makes it look. So I'll explain tools, etc., as I'm going when I'm doing the build itself. So yeah, that's my intro. Thanks for sticking with me. If you can, give me a follow on my Instagram page. That would be much appreciated, and we'll see what happens when we start making some dust. Right, so stay safe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.